Ellie from the Bear Pit TV with Craig. We're here down at Bull Street for like the third makeshift studio we've ever had. A nice little scarf.
Yeah.
And this episode we're talking about Bojan. Breaking news yesterday that his desire to leave the club if the right offer comes in. Mm-hmm. He's put on Twitter not so long ago a song with the lyrics, "I don't care where you go, I'll go after you without looking back whenever you're in front of me," with a football arrow person emoji. It's a bit cryptic.
It's a bit cringy, if anything. Yeah. I like Bojan as much as the next player, but
there's two camps. There's two camps or arguments with Bojan for me. There's the people who say he's not been given a chance, he's probably one of the best players we've got, why are we thinking about letting him go?
Yeah.
And there's the other camp that he's had his chances, he's nowhere near as good as he was after his injury.
Yeah.
And we won't miss him. Which camp are you in?
Controversially, Raoul, I think there's one more camp.
Go on.
Which is a little bit of both. I think he has been given several chances to come in and shine. But at the same time, he's not been given a consistent running. But I do think he's been given enough opportunities to make an impact. I only looked at Afellay as an example. I mean, how many games has Afellay been back for now?
5, 6.
5 at most, sub appearances and the occasional start, and instantly he's back to his best. He's kept himself in good shape, and he's back. I don't think Bojan has ever really stamped his authority, not even remotely like Afellay has, since he's been back. So I think a little bit from both camps. Yes, he's had a few opportunities and maybe not the longest run required, but at the end of the day it's the Premier League. You can't afford to give someone 6, 7, 8 games to bed back in. I'd love more than anything for him to stay and for it to work, but I think the situation is going a little bit over the top now, and fans who are crying out for him to... I mean, prior to the Sunderland game there was starting to emerge a Hughes versus Bojan camp, wasn't there, which I think is unfair on Hughes. And I think if Bojan really wants out, I think that's what's going to eventually happen. I don't think we can kick up too much for us. We need to get on with it as a club, really.
For me, I'm in the camp that we should do everything in our power to keep him. I'm of the opinion that he's a brilliantly talented player.
Yeah, he definitely is. Don't get me wrong. He clearly is. Yeah.
When we had the chat with Nico, the physio, about Jack Butland, he said that once you suffer one of those injuries, never mind when you recover, after another 8 to 12 months of playing time, it'll still take you to get back to that previous level.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't think he's had a run in the side to try and do that. I mean, I can understand him wanting to go because Hughes promised him game time. He got 45 minutes against Wolves and was dragged off.
Yeah.
Quite embarrassing.
I do think, I think that was stupidly unfair, because it's almost like Hughes said, here's 45 minutes to save your career. I don't know what he's expecting him to do that day. That was very unfair. I agree with that.
I thought that sort of embarrassed him a little as well.
Yeah.
I know some fans as well have sort of saying now, well, if he wants to go, like he's a prima donna of Raw, and saying Crouch waited for his time, and I think people are quick to forget that Crouch was tweeting things like, "I can only get a game on FIFA."
Yeah, no, he was. He was.
He was having a little bit of stick, and then people refer to Johnny Walters, handed in a transfer request, tried to force a move to Norwich.
Yeah.
So I think there's examples what people forget about quite quickly.
I think people have tended to jump on the extreme ends of this scale, haven't they? Some people have gone, Bojan, he's kicking up a fuss, he needs to get out of the club. That's not the reality. And likewise, I don't think Hughes I don't think he's tried to kind of embarrass him as such. It's just how it's all come out and been betrayed in the media. And I think the biggest stumbling block for Bojan was probably Joe Allen coming in.
Yeah,
really. And no one anticipated him slotting into that number 10 role.
I was going to say, Liverpool certainly didn't want to let him go, because I'm sure if they knew he could do that at number 10 role so well, they'd have probably kept him, because Jurgen Klopp let him go because he wasn't a goal scoring midfielder.
Yeah.
Comes to us, start scoring goals. And Joe Allen probably can be the reason to blame for Bojan not getting inside.
And I don't think you can blame Hughes for that. Why on earth would you drop Joe Allen to accommodate someone that's been inconsistent at best? You can't.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
can't. I love Bojan. I'd love for him to come back and do it, but at the moment, I think there's 2 better players in that number 10 position. Maybe 3 with Shaq. Well, Joe Allen number 1, Afellay, and even Shaq, I think, is performing better there when he does play there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I agree. It's going to be tough for him to get back in the side. It's probably tough for him to even get back anywhere near Stoke City and stay.
Yeah, my one hope is, and I doubt this will necessarily happen, but if we do sell him, I hope it's not in the Prem.
Well, Borough and West Brom are being touted.
West Brom in there.
Yeah.
Bojan under view list.
I can't see
Reserves
that.
like that.
I can't
couldn't see that.
working. But Borough, whilst we're talking about it, where he does go, Borough are the ones who seem most interested. Aitor Karanka's said, a couple of things about him. He's obviously, Spanish connection. Negredo's there. There's a couple of other players. Seems like it could suit. But what fee? If you're going to accept a fee.
We're taking into consideration this 50% sell-on clause. It's a bit of a rumour, but it's that the reality.
I think they were wiped out when he re-signed his deal.
Oh, were they?
I think so.
Okay, in that case, so there's no sell-on clause. That changes a lot then. I'd be very, very disappointed if it was below 10.
Yeah,
very disappointed.
I'd like to push towards 15 when there's players like Jeffrey Schlupp going for 12 million.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree. Like I say, very, very disappointed for anything below 10. But realistically, I'd expect 12, 13, 14, maybe 15 if we do well.
Yeah. Personally, rather not see him go. But let us know in the comments if you would like to see Bojan stay, or if you'd like to see him go, and what fee you would like to see him go for if he had to. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.